Hi, it's Mitch from PickDogs.com here with Jay and Chris. It is Tuesday, October 15th, 2024. Here with the live show, live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Just keep showing up. Jay, what's happening?
Money Making Tuesday, day before a national holiday, Also, counting down NBA right on the horizon. So, in the middle of the fall, it's the best time of year. Just putting the pieces together, man. So, just living life. How y'all doing?
Doing awesome. Did not watch the NFL game. My first true pass I've taken in a while since I'm on a heater. Sunday late games into the Monday Night Football. And I got to say, I think I'm just going to go the rest of the season. Just more NFL at all. Not in playoffs, nothing. I think I'm good. Feel better about it. Feel less like a cheap whore. Chris?
Just waiting for the, speaking of a cheap whore.
Speaking.
No, I'm with you now. Well, we transitioned from Monday Night Football to peak midweek college football. The Tuesday, one of the worst Tuesday slates I think we've ever seen, even though I'm not going to complain about Tuesday football, but oh boy. Yeah. You know what? It's, like Jay said, chance to still make some cash, so ready to break it down with you guys.
All right. Pretty exciting stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, did you guys watch the game at all?
Yeah, I watched it. It was pretty much, we pretty much drew it up exactly how it was. The under got burnt because of a 60-yard Hail Mary from Aaron Rodgers. I mean, that was the difference on the total. That was the difference. I mean, but you just gotta tip your hat. It is what it is. Aaron Rodgers has made that play multiple times on that under. I mean, for the under, he's made that Hail Mary pass plenty of times, but the Jets are ass. That's why they went out and made the trade this morning. Adams to the Jets. I don't know if you guys heard, but
don't care.
Yeah, finally done. Devontae Adams is going to be a Jet, so we'll see if that'll help the 2-4 New York team. Mitch nailed it from the start of the season. He said they're the Jets, man. They're ass. They're probably still going to be ass this season. All that hype, I don't see it. And I pushed back a little bit on it, but here they are, 2-4. Coach already fired. Making mid-season trades. It's not looking too great for them boys. We'll see if they bounce back. But yeah, that's ultimately what the game was. Josh Allen was Josh Allen, and the Bills got it done.
Yeah. He's not going to make one bit of difference. Not one bit.
Yeah, I think
not a little bit, like not even like a smudge.
Zero.
No. It just gives the Jets, I don't even want to say another excuse, but it's just like another like it makes things worse when this offense continues to struggle.
Right. Just makes it worse.
Yeah. And Greg Zuerlein, I mean, realistically, the over, yeah, it wasn't helped by that Hail Mary, but Greg Zuerlein, when's the next time he's going to double or doink two field goals, right? So
true.
But
I just don't understand how you don't know Aaron Rodgers going to throw a Hail Mary. Like I just.
So what happened?
Going into half, they threw a Hail Mary from 60 yards and it was a touchdown. I was watching the Manning cast. I kind of like watching the Manning cast more now than the other one because, like, at least they're like, they're not annoying. They're kind of really talking about ball and things like that. So, but Bill Belichick was on with them at the time, and like them three knew it. I knew it. I think everybody watching knew it. Everybody knew, but the Bills that they were going to throw a Hail Mary into the end zone.
It was just so ironic. It was a carbon copy of when we had the replacement refs. And he had one waving it off, and then the next one comes in and rules it a touchdown. It's
Well,
like,
that's why they have replay, right?
yeah. Well, that's why. Yeah, they went to the replay, and I think they gave it to him. But I'm just like, come on, guys, let's figure it out.
If there's one thing Aaron can do, man, he can do that little roll out, chunk it 60 yards. He can do that. Better than probably anyone ever. I don't know how many of them he got in his career. It's kind of crazy when you think about it.
He's definitely had a few.
The Bills got it done, bounce back. So
They needed that one though, with how bad they were playing on the road at the back end of that. Going into the back end of that 3-game road trip, they needed to get something. But I think it just still goes back to our thoughts that the Jets are broken. I think that's just the long and short of it. The coaching change wasn't.
I gotta say, I think I'm more interested in hockey than the NFL.
Yeah.
This is,
And that says
I
something.
could really care less, man.
And that says
It's
something.
just the talking about it. Like, I don't want to do the NFL show anymore either. You could take my place. I'm pretty much done. Can't stand it. Top to bottom. Took the best sport and made it the worst. Turned it into flag football, WWE, all rolled into one, man. Sold themselves out in the process for the sake of grabbing another fantasy football player.
It's like it says something when the NFL comes out and openly says that they're an entertainment entity. Like they're not even like a sport. They use the word entertainment as not loosely. They come out and say it. I hate to say, I think it's going to get worse before it gets better too. But can it get worse?
man. You know, man. We shall see. You gonna talk some college right quick, man? How you feeling? How you feeling mid-season about college?
Impossible to know what's going to happen there either. You know, it's like midseason college really doesn't mean a lot either. I think at this point, if you look at like who was ranked, what's today, October 15th?
The day
Top,
before national holiday.
top 25 rankings, college football, October 15th, 2023. Let's see what it was. So here we go. It was Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Florida State, Washington, Oklahoma, Penn State, Texas, Oregon, North Carolina was 10. Alabama, Oregon State. So not even really close, right?
Where was Washington at this point?
5th.
So I mean, Washington, Michigan was.
So the latest projections I have for the 12 have Texas at 1, Oregon 2, Clemson 3, BYU 4.
Yeah, because they're probably gonna win that Big 12. That's what it's shaping out right now. Still a lot of football to play. I still personally like Kansas State, but continue.
And then
they're not going to win. I mean, they lost head-to-head. They got slaughtered. It was.
I know, but that was at BYU. They'll play again in the Big 12
Doesn't-
championship, neutral field. It'd be a different game.
Oh, yeah, their ass kicked again.
And then 5-12 is Ohio State, Boise State. They have Boise State as the
representative.
As a rep, yeah. 6 versus 11 is Miami, Iowa State. 7-10 is Georgia, Notre Dame, and 8-9 is Penn State and Texas A&M.
Oh, well, because, yeah, technically Iowa State right now would be in the Big 12 championship game because, yeah, they're still undefeated, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Shout out Iowa State. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm going to guess. Hold on to that, Chris, till the end of the year. I'm going to guess 50% of those teams don't make it at all.
Yeah, I would agree.
How many SEC teams in there right now, Chris?
1, 2.
There's 12 teams in the playoff. 9.
I wasn't prepared for that. Right now, the projection is 3.
And who are they? It's Texas, Georgia,
Texas A&M, Texas, and Georgia.
In Alabama? No Alabama. No Alabama, no Tennessee.
No Alabama, no Tennessee.
Well, the winner, Alabama, Tennessee, will likely have the inside track.
That's why, yeah, that's an eliminator for sure.
Ole Miss?
Nope.
LSU?
Nope.
Ole Miss has 2 losses. They still play Bama, right?
LSU got what, 1 loss? It's a lot of, like Mitch said, it's a lot of football to be played, so it's tough.
LSU is they're not going anywhere.
They only got the 1 loss, so
yeah. Well, I mean, they are the paper champions of paper champions, man. They play against a real physical. I mean, they got so lucky on Saturday. It's like not even funny. Brian Kelly teams they're so soft, man.
So who are you liking right now, Mitch? I really haven't heard you speak highly of too many teams this year.
Yeah, I think it all remains to be seen, man. I think they still have all these teams still have a lot to prove. We're just really getting into conference play. I mean, look at Texas has the win against Oklahoma, but it's still asterisk, because the 5 wide receivers that are out. It's like they're at a conference. It's not like Texas went to Ohio State or something. They went to Michigan. Oh, Michigan sucks, man.
The defense national champ.
Yeah, but to your own point that you always make, missing their quarterback and missing their entire team from last season. It's they're Michigan in name only. Just like Alabama is Alabama in name only. They have Milroe back, but nothing else. I mean, they don't even, their top receiver went to Texas.
They got the 17-year-old.
So of the I know we talk about the top, I know we talk about the top 25 not really meaning anything, but just for a reference point. The 2 teams that are in the top 25 with 2 losses right now are Ole Miss and Michigan, and they're 18 and 24. Everybody else 17 up only has 1 loss.
Or none. Yeah.
Yeah.
The schedule plays out. Alabama plays Tennessee this week. You have, Georgia against Texas. So it really comes down to how many losses are going to be acceptable in some of these teams. I would say, Georgia, Texas. I think Texas at this point, I would say wins that game. Georgia, once again, this is the problem that you see in college football that, people are just so confused about. And I just don't even understand where the confusion comes from. It's just that they think that these teams just reload and reload and reload. There's only a certain number of years that you can reload, man. It's just, especially in the day of the transfer portal, it's like if you can get all these great recruiting classes, but when you look at Georgia's number 1 recruiting class, half those guys are gone, more than half. It's like either through the portal or they started early and went to the NFL. So it's like a lot of those guys would, back traditionally would still be playing. They'd still be on the roster, and they're not anymore, and I think that's where a lot of this is lost. And, it's what makes college football that tough. And that's why I'm not convinced in anybody. I think we just came out of a baseball season where nobody won 100 games. I mean, we're looking at a world of parity around sports, where the Tampa Bay frickin' Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield are a viable product on the football field, man. It's like this is the world that we live in today. I mean, the Utah Hockey Club, who was the worst team in the NHL in Phoenix, now all of a sudden are winning games, And expansion teams in the NHL are going to the finals, man.
And it's like
it is,
I'm getting the same vibes right now for early in this NBA season. You might want to buckle up for the same thing.
Yep. The NBA has always been the one sport where it's like it remains top heavy. Correct. And it's basically a lot of the same teams every year in those final bunch.
Correct. But I think this season, it's going to be especially in the West, 1 through 11 is going to be a battle. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting. And
what's the over-under on Wayne taking the Magic as a premium pick this year for his
There's 82
58
games.
and a half.
God,
74.
way over, Chris. 77 and a half.
Well, actually, I should have auto adjusted 68 and a half.
77 and a half with, I would say, 9 selections straight out as a money line dog.
Okay, but hold on. We got to say, okay, but there's got to be parameters to this. Are we talking about at least plus 150?
No, I'm saying that he takes him as a money line dog. I mean,
plus 105. So plus 105 counts.
Whatever the case may be, man.
Oh, man. Shout out.
I'm not here to play God. I'm just, I'm here to just call it like I see
I'm just here to set the odds.
I'm just here to set the odds.
Shout out the Magic, man.
I'm just trying to balance the action. All right, let's take a look at the college football top 25 real quick then. Let's take a look at it. Let's see exactly what the rankings are, and then we'll take a deep dive. So Texas is 1. I think they're deserving at 1. I think that when you look at the schedule, they haven't really played anybody. I think it's pretty safe to say they haven't really played a top-tier team yet. This will definitely be their stiffest test in Georgia, but I'll also say this is not one of the better Georgia teams that we've seen under Kirby Smart. This is a team that's been whittled down, that they've lost a lot of their top-tier talent. They've tried to replace it quickly, bringing in Etienne, bringing in Colby Young from Miami, who's now, I don't think he's even on the team anymore. And I think, losing a lot of those guys. But when you look at their schedule all the way through, it is fairly soft all the rest of the way. It certainly is a schedule that they can run the table in the regular season. They play Kentucky after the start of college basketball season. And the tough one, of course, is going to be at College Station. It really is.
When we lose, I think it might be that one just because.
Right. Well, it's not just because. Well, they own you.
I know.
I
didn't. You said it, not me. But I couldn't let those words come out of my mouth. But
normally that's a Thanksgiving night game. Like on Thanksgiving Day, they've played that game many times, and they've played that game also. Normally it's like on Thanksgiving Day. Then they replaced it with the Egg Bowl.
But I'm not really worried because Texas A&M's ass.
I don't know, man. They've been asked before and beaten some pretty good Texas teams. I think that Georgia game, if Georgia's going to stand up and be counted, this is the game. When we look at number 2, Oregon, they've got the win over Ohio State. Purdue.
How you feel about them right now? That to me, they're my biggest wild card because it's like I don't trust them. They're not number 2 in the country for me, but they kind of proved it this weekend. Like they started slow to the season. I was not liking what I was seeing, but this was a nice win this past weekend. This was a nice win. So
super tough, super soft schedule all the way on in now too. Purdue, Illinois is a tough one, but it's home. At Michigan, easy. Maryland, easy. At Wisconsin, easy. And Washington, which probably is going to be their toughest game, from here on in. Then when you look at, Penn State, now they have the tougher schedule coming in. They play Ohio State, and that's the big one. It's at home. It's in 2 weeks. They got Wisconsin, and then they've got Ohio State, then Washington, another game at home. At Minnesota could be a landmine game.
Minnesota's decent this season. Minnesota's good. Minnesota's good this season.
Right, they're decent. Then you've got Georgia, who plays Texas this week. They've got the cocktail party after that. Ole Miss, Tennessee, then the tussle with UMass, and then the good old-fashioned hate with clean old-fashioned hate with Georgia Tech. Chris loves him some clean old-fashioned hate.
Yes, I do.
Then you got Miami, who plays Louisville at Louisville, place where they've never played well. They've gotten destroyed at Louisville. Florida State, another team that's always given them fits. Night game at home in that one. Then Duke at home. At Georgia Tech, another place that hasn't been kind to them. Wake Forest, and then at Syracuse. Then
do y'all run the table?
I don't think we beat Louisville, so I'd love to see you. I don't think we win this week. Alabama, who plays Tennessee, Missouri, LSU. They take on Mercer. That's a home game. Then Oklahoma and Auburn. So Alabama, squeezing that Mercer game in there. But they're big ones this week, and then LSU plays Alabama, Texas A&M, which that one's always a wild one. They play at Florida, who hates their guts. I mean, so that's a rivalry game.
Yeah.
Well, Florida LSU is a rivalry. So Florida's in the East and LSU's in the West, but they play each other every year. So that means it's a rivalry. If one's in the East and one's in the West and they play every single year, then that's because it's a rivalry series. So Florida has two of those. They have LSU, but they play in the East. Tennessee is in the East, and so is Georgia. So they're all in the SEC East. But LSU is their cross rival. And then they play Oklahoma, who's probably healthy by the time they play them. So I would say that LSU is going to be a non-factor, probably 4 losses. Then we look at Iowa State.
That's a good question, Ray. Hey, can they knock off Iowa State last game of the season? Can they do it? It's really what it's going to come down to.
I think Iowa State's got a tough road in too. They got Utah, who will be more established. Now that Cam Rising has been announced out for the season, that's a good thing. Cincinnati's come up a little tougher than people have given credit for. Texas Tech, I mean, that's a circle, right? Because you don't know. That could go either way.
Texas Tech is such a weird team this season.
Right. It's weird.
Yeah.
Now we got Clemson. So Clemson plays Virginia this week. Then they play Louisville. Then Virginia Tech, Pitt, and the Citadel. Of course, Rod calls the Shitadel. Sounded like he said Shitadel. And South Carolina. Then Tennessee, who is not in Chris Ruffalo's playoff scenario, who plays everybody. They play Alabama. They have Alabama and Georgia left, and Kentucky. So if Tennessee makes it, they have earned it. Take a look at BYU, Oklahoma State, UCF, Utah, Kansas, Arizona State, and Houston. But here's the tricky one. Here's the tricky rabbit. So Notre Dame plays Georgia Tech, Navy, Florida State, Virginia, Army, and then USC is the last game of the season. If Notre Dame finishes with 2 losses, if they lose to any of these teams, including USC at USC,
they're done.
They shouldn't be in.
No,
they lost it, but they lost to Northern Illinois. But that will be the argument. Even with a 1-loss team on the other side of it, the argument will be, oh, Notre Dame should be in, or whatever. And it's like the loss to Northern Illinois won't count. That's how that works.
For me, it will. I think they have to run the table, or that 1 loss to Northern Illinois and not having a conference championship game, you're done. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? You're cooked. Because somebody else would have played somebody else at the last game of the season to earn their spot in, and Notre Dame will be just sitting there like, give me a handout, please.
So Ohio State, right, who has 1
I think
loss.
they lose one of them. I think they lose. Who you said they got? USC and who else? Notre Dame,
Georgia Tech, who else? Florida State.
There was one more in there, and I thought they probably might lose too.
But Ohio State, who already has 1 loss. Okay, so here's the other one. Ohio State, who already has 1 loss, plays Nebraska at home, at Penn State, Purdue with the new quarterback who actually looks like a legitimate team, at Northwestern, a place where they traditionally struggle, at home against Indiana.
Army, that's who's going to beat Notre Dame. Army.
I'll tell you, Ruffalo has Indiana in this one against Ohio State, and then Michigan, who Ryan Day can't beat. So there's a lot to be played. I mean, it's just way too early.
Yeah. Yep. There's going to be there might be 1 or 2 2-loss teams that get in. We'll see how it play out. I'm pretty sure there will be, because it's like you said, there's still a lot of football to be played. And a lot of these teams play each other, so we shall see. We shall see. The Jets are paying the full amount of Devontae Adams' contract. Yep. How about them OMG Mets? Oh my God.
Anyways, we got
my God.
college football. We got 3 really bad games. We got Troy, South Alabama, Middle Tennessee, Kennesaw, and New Mexico State, Louisiana Tech. Jay, you care about any of these games at all?
Honestly, no. I won't have a premium in any of them. I just don't have an edge in these games. I'm just being real, so no reason for me to act like I do. But what I can tell you my thoughts. My thoughts are Kennesaw State is ass. And they're as bad as it gets. Middle Tennessee is just as bad, but they're the better football team. And at home, I think the line tells you everything you need to know. Come on, Middle Tennessee, bro.
Didn't they get schnockered last week?
They sure did by Louisiana Tech, bro. And it made me mad because I was on them last week. That's why I don't want to bet them today. But these are the options on the table today. So somebody's got to do something. And I think Middle Tennessee actually, at least at home in this one, back-to-back weeks on the road, get something going. They just been playing. When you look at the level of competition that they've played, Ole Miss, Western Kentucky, Duke, Memphis, Louisiana Tech, like they just played the much tougher schedule. Kennesaw State, Jacksonville State, UT Martin, San Jose, Louisiana, UTSA. I just trust the competition. Middle Tennessee has played more. I know that's baked into the line. We'll see if they go and get it done. Hopefully they win it by double digits. I would lean towards Middle Tennessee. And dirty dog, man. I'm going to take New Mexico State as the home dog. I know Louisiana Tech blew out Middle Tennessee last week. I know New Mexico is ass. But I'm not laying. I don't want to lay two possessions. Like over a touchdown and a field goal with Louisiana Tech. Like it just seems like a trap style line, in my opinion. On the road, laying that is not where I would want to be. So they are the better football team. They probably will win the game. But if you're laying it with Louisiana Tech's probably be a game, you're sitting there sweating late at night for no damn reason. And I don't want to be there. I'd rather have points in my pocket.
Chris?
Yeah, I wanted to lean towards Troy. I was trying to make this a premium, but just couldn't get there until I was getting at least 2 touchdowns. It's still just sitting at 13.5. But I just think South Alabama's numbers are inflated from the 87 points they put up against Northwestern State. They played a North Texas team that doesn't necessarily play a ton of defense. They beat up on App State, who might be the most overrated team, the most overrated group of 5 team, considering the expectations coming into the season. They were probably a front runner to make it to the playoff if they made it to that, like to the end of the year undefeated or something like that. So I think
They laughing.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what sound effect you were going to throw at me.
Dum, 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 dum.
I'm seriously thinking about changing the music on that.
I'm so glad I have that. No, what?
I think I'm going to.
Oh, you start riots.
I don't think so. We could change the music.
Yeah.
Our music to change.
Yeah. But yeah, Troy's been terrible this season, but I just don't think there's 13.5 points separating these two. So I lean towards Troy in the points. Middle Tennessee, I wanted to get on as well because Kennesaw's been ass. All their losses this season have been by double digits. If I put blinders on, it's Middle Tennessee, but it's like I thought the same thing about last week where I was like, they played a tougher schedule. You know, they played, like Jay said, it was Duke, Memphis, Western Kentucky, and Ole Miss, and then you come out and get
They played well first half, and then for like first quarter, and then
quarter.
Yeah, it was over.
And then, you know, we're outscored 41-7 the rest of the way. So it's like I want to take Middle Tennessee. Like I said, if I just don't think about it,
they got fucked up.
I take Middle Tennessee, but and
you ever be watching the game and think you got a chance, and then they just get blitzed. Like, oh my god.
Yeah. I'm just sitting there like, okay, cool. And then it's like,
didn't they score first? I think they scored first when it was 7-0 and then got blitzed.
Yeah, they're up 20-14. I'm like, all right, well, we're 20-14, we're doing all right, and then here comes the bullshit.
Yeah, that was sad.
I would lean New Mexico State just because they seem to play better at home. They kept it close against Liberty at home, but this is also a team that's been terrible. So this is, yeah, like we said, this is probably the worst Tuesday slate you're going to see. So just my thoughts.
College football guru, historian, Mitch.
These are some terrible games.
Pull me out of stat like Kennesaw State, man. Hey, this is what they do on Tuesdays.
I'm going to take Kennesaw State because the betting tools took them, but that's about it. I'll go also with I'll take oh god, they're so ass. I'll take South Alabama. Also.
The commentary between, oh my god, they're so ass.
They are, man. Suckage. I can't find the original rap around here to change the music to. Well, I guess you might be in business.
Might be a sign.
Yeah.
I might have already been getting the petition ready in the background to, change it back.
Change.com. Need 100,000 signatures.
And
here's the thing. What do you think that song's more known for? What I sent you yesterday or the wrap around?
Wrap around.
I think that's why I think we have the edge. I mean, that's why he wants to keep it.
ruining the plans, man. He's spoiling the plans. We're about a week away. Chill.
For what?
NBA. Someone said that they're going to steal the wraparound intro for the jam session.
Sorry, it's already been stolen.
We're exactly a week away. Till Tuesday night, man, on TNT. Doubleheader.
Oh, I just feel like I walked into a convenience store for a sec.
I think I got it.
Oh no. Oh boy.
Let's see if we can. Let's see. Oh, won't let me do it. I wonder why that is. Why won't it allow me to do it? It's weird. Add Add video clip.
Even stream
File picker not opening. Your Chrome browser is a bug. Oh, that sucks.
It's a sign, man. I'm trying to tell you.
I'll send it to Jay, see if he can load it. It's beautiful. Here. The new wrap. There you go.
Resend to me. I text it.
What do you think?
Oh, I gotta put it up. I gotta send it to myself. All right.
I feel like we're headed to tribal council.
You don't like it?
I do like it. It just completely different path from what I'm used to. Just seeing, you know how it's like when you see something.
I haven't listened to it yet.
It's like when you see something for so long, and you see it with something else. It's just like a shock to the system.
Oh my goodness, it's taking forever.
Well, it's good things take time.
I don't know, man. That's a hard act to top, man. We'll have to find out. Let's see. Chris, see if you can do it. Oh, there it goes. I was gonna say. All right.
We could change it. We could try something else. It's something I threw together.
Yeah, it don't hit the same.
What?
It don't.
No. I'm looking at it. What?
Man. Nothing like it. Work in progress. Put your suggestions in the suggestion box.
See how that goes. The suggestion box is lined up right to a paper shredder.
We got baseball.
Yes, sir.
Guardians and the Yankees. Ooh, yeah, the Yankees. Yankees minus 175, Chris. Garrett Cole, Tanner Bybee.
Yeah, not for me. I'm gonna take the under first 5 full game. I know we had some runs pop off yesterday, but I said before I think that Bybee is the staff ace of this Guardians rotation. Given all the injuries they've had this season, And I think he can go toe-to-toe with Cole here. And once you get to the bullpens, I do think Cleveland's bullpen can hold up. They didn't necessarily look all that great yesterday, but I still think they can do enough. And the Yankees bullpen's been pretty good as well. So first 5 full game, under 7 for me here.
I'm gonna just give y'all my full series prediction. Just sticking to my roots, sticking to who I've bet and known the Yankees to be all season. Win first game of series is who they are. Flex their muscles. Ooh, yeah, the Yankees style spot. Then the second game, they kind of come out flat. So just following the system, I kind of like the plus 145 on the Guardians today. Then when we head to Cleveland, Yankees probably win that first game. Ooh, yeah, the Yankees style spot. Then Guardians bounce back, win game next one. So that's what I'm expecting. I haven't really been off in baseball. Surprisingly, not baseball. So I'm just gonna stick to the guns. Take the Guardians plus money today. With football being back, college football and the NFL, baseball's actually my best for probably the last 30 days, which is crazy. I gotta get my shit together in the NFL, man. I gotta get my shit together, man. 50-50 is just gonna go my way in the league. That's all good. I'm surprised nobody didn't. To be honest, I was waiting on it all day to see it, cause yeah, that was an all timer. That was an all timer, man. Mitch,
Baseball.
Ooh,
Hate the game also, man. I'll go with the Guardians, but I don't love it. I don't love Bybee. I think he can get hit. I think he can definitely get hit. And Cole has the ability to come up with a big game. I think the Guardians, probably in trouble here. I think we're looking maybe at a Subway Series. I think yesterday was the Guardians' chance to come out and set the tone. They didn't do it. I think they're now in deep trouble.
Fair. Subway Series would be crazy. I kind of want to experience that in my lifetime.
You're going to experience it in a couple of weeks.
We shall see. Roof?
I'm right here.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
All right. We got a...
Just feels right.
Man. Lead us off here, Chris. Talk to me.
Yeah. We're doing the whole thing, or are we just doing 5 and 4?
It's on you.
It's on me? All right. 5 game. Let's do the 7:30 games. So there's Vegas and Washington, Vancouver, Tampa Bay, Florida, Columbus, New Jersey, Carolina, and Minnesota, St. Louis.
On you.
For me, let's start with the I had to get that out of the way. Let's see here. I take Columbus against Florida. It's just last time, because Florida is their 2 wins this season have come against the Bruins, and when they came against the Bruins in the first meeting, they came out flat in the next couple games. Columbus have been really competitive early on. I think Columbus could steal one here. Let's see here. I'm gonna go with the Lightning as well against Vancouver. Vancouver just looks off right now. They don't have their top goalie for the first month of the season at least. Tampa Bay finally gets their home opener after everything that's happened with Hurricane Milton. So I think they come out with make a statement here. Vancouver, like I said, this just isn't the same Vancouver team out of the gate that won the Pacific last year. So give me Tampa Bay in that one. Jay, anything you like in these first 5?
I'm with you on Tampa. That was the one I really liked here in this slot. I just think, perfect spot, perfect situation to take them. We kind of saw the Bucks come out, play well. Tampa's been a good team. They've been a good team the last couple seasons. How many years removed were they from a Stanley Cup? 3?
Yeah.
3?
Yeah.
So, they're still a good team. I like how they looked on the road at Carolina in their first game. Carolina's a good team. So, I'm expecting the place to be rocking. Minus 135, not too much of a huge favorite. Give me Tampa. And I kind of hate the double favorite, but I also like the other minus 135 favorite in this spot with the Golden Knights. These boys 3-0 to start the season. Like, we know who they are. You know what I mean? It's just, we know who the Knights are. They're going to be right there at the end of the season, one of the best teams, battling it out, trying to make the Stanley Cup. Like, they're going to be right there. We all know it. They're the better team here. I've liked how they've looked earlier to start the season and beat Colorado. It's their first road game of the season. So that's the, something to look at there, but I'm not overcomplicating it tonight. In this slot, give me the Lightning and give me the Knights.
Make sure you taking any hockey tonight, or
No, I'm gonna pass.
all right. We'll take the last 4 then. And go to just pull this back up. Nashville and Seattle. Got Dallas and San Jose. Jay.
Dallas Stars.
Calgary and Chicago. And the Edmonton Oilers and the Philadelphia Flyers.
Boring.
All right.
Flyers.
Oh, there he is. He's in action.
You had to jump in. Yeah, because I'm with you on that one. I like it.
He's in action.
Flyers.
Plus 160. Yeah,
Can I get a side of Flyers with that?
Yeah. I might take a flyer on the Flyers. Why not?
Not a flyer.
It's
It's a lock.
Flyer.
It's a lock.
Sign me up.
Shoeing. Straightaway slam dunk.
Give me a shot on the Kraken. Plus 155. I don't know. Nashville 0-2 to start the season. Minus whatever they are. I kind of see the line growing to start the day. I kind of watched some of that Dallas Kraken game. Kraken didn't play too terribly in it. I don't know. I'm just this as a plus money shot for me today on Seattle. And then my Stars, they're unbettable today, which I'm going to say. Yeah, I'm going to lay 3 goals. We can. I mean, y'all could talk me out to it. We can. But minus 38 on the money line.
Yeah, quickly. Teams change goalies, and all the time. It's what they see at the morning skate. Sometimes you can kind of gauge it. Looking at the schedule, like if you see a back-to-back with one good team and one not so good team, usually the backup will start against a not so good team. But
It's a good story, Chris.
yeah, I understand. I'm answering a question.
Thanks. I enjoyed it. Let's
you?
go over it again.
Okay, so anyways, so we go back. So when teams play a back-to-back, in these games, for me, it's Dallas puck line maybe 2.5 here. The Sharks are terrible. The Dallas Stars have back-to-back shutouts. Maybe the under 6 as well. And I'm taking the Flyers as well here. Edmonton just has that Stanley Cup hangover. They just don't look right. They're giving up goals in bunches. Philadelphia's had value as an underdog early on this season. And I think the Flyers can get another one done. Until the Oilers show me something, I'm not backing them, especially at these kinds of prices. So Give me the Flyers and the plus money.
Nice. Good story. I'm looking at our YouTube stuff here, enjoying it. Interesting. It's like some like now that once you pass the 100,000, they only show the subscribers. Every time you hit another 1,000. Like some of them take a little while, some of them are quick. Like this is a quick one. Be at 210 shortly. Excited about it.
Where's the gym session?
Sick of these fucking people. Gonna have this will be our quickest 100,000 to 3 for sure. Like flying now. I heard Rod Z broke 3 TVs watching Oilers ready this season.
Yeah, well, well, they played 3 games, so
good story, Chris.
makes the math. I'm just saying the math checks out.
The math checks out.
Parlay time.
Oh man. Maron.
NBA preseason play.
Some days are easier than others up here, right? I was gonna call in sick today. I was.
Yeah, they are. Some days are easier than others.
Today was just one of those days when I was like, I don't want to be here, man. I have so much stuff going on. As you can tell, our site rebuild is going really well with that July 13th launch.
That's 2025.
I mean, look at where we are, man. It's October 15th. We're solidly 3 months and 2 days past due. And we're not even freaking close. Paid $500,000 for this freaking thing. You guys know I'm just not a model of patience. So if you think I'm holding it together, it's all a charade.
Quick, off the top of my head, NBA preseason. Kings, road favorite. Run the other way. Take the Jazz. We went down the toilet the other day on this ugly bitch, but we're going right back to it. This time we're in Toronto. We're taking the Raptors. This time we're getting 7.5. The other day we was getting 1. They almost came back and did it. We're getting 7.5 with them today at home in Toronto. Come on, Raptors. Maybe even a sprinkle on that 220 money line.
I saw a picture of Travis Kelce at the freaking baseball game.
At the Yankees game yesterday? Yeah.
What a dick. I mean, is this guy just a dick or what? I mean, how sick are we of this guy? What a dick, man. Go back to your freaking vaccine commercials, man. It's like, I'm just sick of you, man.
Dating a superstar, man. That's what happens.
What a douchebag, man. I mean, this guy's just a douchebag. What's gonna happen
if you were in the same situation, would you play it like him? And I probably would. That's why I ain't mad at him.
If I was in his situation, no, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't play it the same way?
No, I wouldn't. You don't think I've had a chance on here and with Pick Dogs and with Sports Chat and everything that I've done over the years to fucking be a total sellout? You don't think I've had those opportunities? Did you ever see my email?
I mean, you got a point.
I mean, seriously, do you think at the end of the day, he's worth more than I am? I mean, seriously. No,
why you got to be a sellout? Why Travis?
No. But do you think that he's worth more than I am financially?
I didn't.
He's not, right? So it's like you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it.
I don't know, man. If I had Taylor Swift, man, and access to everybody in the palm of my hand, I probably would play it the same way. I probably would. I'm sorry. I would.
I do have more money than him. I am worth more than him. I mean, it's not like I'm not just, whatever. And it's like, believe me, I don't sit here and, I'm not like one of these guys driving around their Lamborghini or anything. But the reality of it is I am. I started with $10.
$10 bill. Or were they 10 ones?
It was on a credit card. I had to pay it off in payments, man. So I was actually had to pay interest on that shit. I didn't even have $10. Wait, how much do you think Travis Kelce is worth? Is he worth more than 100 million? I doubt it, man.
He probably. Let me see. Let's see. Just for the hell of argument, you know me.
I'll tell you if he is or not.
You know we love looking up a good contract here on the show. Nothing like it. Signed a 4-year, 57.25 in 2020.
So he could be worth more than me.
Well, now he's in a contract year.
No, he could be worth more than me. They say he's worth 90. So me, because I have partners and stuff, so I probably am not worth as much as him right now. So he is actually worth more than me.
You know what I call that?
But it's way closer than you guys.
Great company.
It's way closer than you guys think. It's way closer.
The fact that it's a discussion, let's see. I know.
I know. That's true. He's worth more. The 100 million is half his brother's too. Plus he's got an agent. He's got expenses.
Oh yeah, they did just get that podcast contract. Yeah, they did.
Yeah. He actually is pretty freaking loaded.
Don't forget his girl got $1 billion. You know, just thought I'd put that out there. I mean, fuck.
Well, the thing is,
girl got $1 billion, bro. Like, come on.
No. The thing is that he signs these contracts. And he does that stuff. That's not his net worth, man. Because all that stuff, he's got an agent. He's got all sorts of freaking people to pay. You think when he goes to the game and shit, like all those people sitting next to him are his friends? It's like absolutely not, man. Those are called the paid help, man.
What does that matter?
That doesn't matter. She's in a different league. She's like,
what does that matter? That don't matter.
Kelce could buy pick dogs, but he wouldn't have much left. He wouldn't have much left. I mean, how much do you think Action Network sold for? My competitor. How much did they sell for? 240 million. They're not that far ahead of me. Believe me, they're not, man. The financials are out there. They sold for 240. So, you know, we're a lot bigger than them in a lot of areas. So that's just the way it is.
Yes, sir.
But he's got you know, when he signs that 90 million, his agent gets a chunk of that, man. His lawyers, his agent, all that shit. I mean, I have expenses too, man, so I know it is. But it's believe me, what we've built here at Pick Dogs is gigantic, man. You guys don't even understand. We have well over 200 people that work here. You guys see about 10 of them, 20 of them.
Yep.
It doesn't matter, man. It's not a contest. That's what I always say, man. Yeah. Patrick Mahomes, he's worth way more than me. That's not even a discussion. I like Kelce. I didn't even think about like the podcast or any of that. I thought Kelce was probably worth about 55 million, but I was wrong. That's wrong.
Shout out Travis, man. Shout out Mitch. Shout out Taylor. What you guys fail to recognize is that you don't see the CEO of the Action Network or Better Collective. You don't see them on their videos. So it's like, that's why you guys don't relate. It's like, because none of those guys, like from the big ones, they're really the only big one left.
It's like you don't see those guys out here, you know. But it's like that would be the equivalent of me, you know, is like those guys. Like when I talk to those companies, those are the people that I talk to. Anyways, not important. I don't talk to like the guys you see on their podcast. That's for sure. Maybe these guys, you know, Chris, you friends with any of those guys? You do. You're Veasan. You're in Veasan. But do you know Brian and Bill? No, exactly. Right? It's like, which is, doesn't make you better or worse. I get introduced to it. So,
Yeah.
They'll be happy to meet you. But yeah, I didn't realize he had that much money. So he has how much? 90 million. Is that including the podcast? Plus, because he's got the commercials, right? The Vax commercial, and then he also did DirecTV.
Did he do Pfizer?
Yeah, that's the Vax.
Oh yeah.
Him and John Legend. 22 million, 14 million annual salary. Definitely makes more than me a year. But he doesn't own the Chiefs. That's the difference, right? That's kind of the difference. All right. Soto's looking at 600 million. All right. Parlays.
Parlay.
Well, we certainly got a little sidetracked there, didn't we?
Just a little. Just a bit outside.
If I can get to 600 million, man, I'll tell you this much. I'll be so fat you won't recognize me. I'll be on the couch. I'll be like 700 pounds. I'll be the biggest loser you ever met in your whole life. Make Ruth will be my skinny friend, man. Skinny Chris? Yeah.
I feel it's like remember when Fat Bastard went on Subway in the Austin Powers movie. I did the Subway diet.
How much is Jerry Jones worth? Jerry Jones is worth $1 zillion, and because the Cowboys, he owns the whole thing. They're worth probably $8 billion, is my guess. And then he owns the land and but I wonder if that includes the stadium.
I would imagine so.
Jerry Jones is loaded, man.
Yeah.
Loaded. Jones loaded, man. He still uses that flip phone. 15.5 billion. Oh my God, man. You know how much money that is? Holy smokes. $15.5 billion. Take the chat, jeez.
Take the charges. On this parlay tonight, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take the
Roy Boy is mad because I had a losing day. Wow. No one's ever lost betting on sports before. No one's ever had a losing day. Look at my baseball record for the season. Look at my overall record for the season. Look at my college football record. Look at Jay's NBA record. You could look at anybody. If anybody hasn't had a losing day, then they're just a liar. What can you do with 15.5 billion? You can buy the Cowboys.
I'm still chasing my first million, man.
You'll be there.
I know. We'll get there. Let's get there tonight, man. We're gonna put 100,000 on this parlay, and we're gonna get there.
I'm with you. Let's do it.
Oh man, I'm kidding. I'm taking
monthly volume 650. Organic click-through rate 45%. Medium difficulty needed domain authority of at least 30 for keyword bet prediction. I don't even know what this guy's talking about.
SEO
for our site. Pick Dogs or Sports Chat.
I don't know. I didn't specify, but
Monthly volume 650. Pick Dogs did 3.7 million viewers last month. I could show you the Google.
All right, Jay, what's the 100K parlay?
100K parlay. Ooh.
This guy's. I wish I understood what he's talking about.
Ooh. All right. Let's cook it up. Hold on. Y'all not gonna like it because we're going plus money out the dough. We gotta go Guardians. We have to. We just have to. We gotta go Guardians to start off the lay. Then we're gonna play the spot. We're gonna play the situation. We're gonna take Tampa money line. The Lightning. And then we're gonna go Flyers. We're just gonna keep fading Edmonton and just pray they just start the year ass like they did last.
I see this. Pick Dog Sports Chat Plate needs bet prediction and SEO keywords on Google. That's what he's saying.
And the last one for the fourth, we're gonna take the Utah Jazz home dog, Kings road favorite, 4-teamer. There you go.
Yep, I see it. That we should be going after that keyword. We haven't really worked on our keywords and our SEO recently because we've been doing the site rebuild. And also, I don't know if you guys know, but I started Pick Dogs from a standing start about less than 4 years ago. Pick Dogs is my fourth site that I've had that's gone over 1 million views a month from a standing start, from an initial $10 investment. But yeah, I have an SEO guy. I'll tell him that. I'll tell him what you guys said. Jay likes him. Jay, tell Bill.
Shout out. Shout out, Bill.
I like Bill. It's just we have circular conversations. Yeah.
Circular conversations is the best way you could describe it.
It's a circular conversation.
And I just looked at 100,000 on that 4-teamer would actually pay $2 million.
You only need to put 50. You only need to put 50.
Yeah.
All right. For mine, let's go Nerfy in the Yankees Guardians. Let's go with the Dallas. Okay.
Stars.
Thank you. Puck line. I'm going to start relying on you for that. And let's go with screw this. Add some plus money here. Let's go with the Philadelphia Flyers.
I'm going to take the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies
For life.
with the Utah Jazz, and I'm going to go with the under in Bronny James total points, rebounds, and assists in the Lakers Warriors game.
Here's the thing: over 81.5, over under 81.5 times that Mitch is going to take that prop this season. Juice to the over.
I can't believe Travis Kelce. I totally forgot about that $50 million he gets on the podcast. He's got to share with his brother, though, right? And then his agent probably gets a nice chunk. But really, outside of that, it's a pretty damn good gig. How many years is he in purgatory on that?
I don't know.
It's a long commitment. Maybe we can sign him over. Come on over. We can rag on his ass. I just totally didn't. I that was a number that totally floored me. I figured like 50, but I didn't even think about that other stuff. Normally, like tight ends don't get that kind of contract.
Yeah, no. He's the unicorn.
He is the unicorn. Now I'm jealous. All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Make it a winning day. It's not how much you make or how much you're worth. It's what you do with it. Not selling out. Be sure to register to vote. You only got a couple weeks to do it. And stock up on your Halloween candy. Not too early, because we all know what'll happen. You'll get into it. Thanks. Make it a winning day. See you tomorrow. Wednesdays with Ron.